Hi, I don't watch basketball, and today we're doing a March Madness bracket, but only judging by the names. So we're starting off with Auburn versus ALS. Huh. Well, this is a tough one not knowing what that stands for, Auburn. So as an Ohioan, I can't let Michigan do anything, so looks like we're going with San Diego. Now we're going Texas A&M versus Yale, and I don't know either of those, but Texas. That's a cool state. Alright, so we're skipping ahead, and I just read Drake, and we're not letting that pass, so let's go with Missouri. Now we're going against what I'm assuming to be Michigan State and Bryant. Now, Kobe Bryant is the GOAT, so we're going Bryant. For Kansas against Arkansas, Arkansas just has more letters against Kansas, so we're going Arkansas. I just saw the word suey, and because I play soccer, we're going with that one. Here we've got Oregon versus Liberty, and Liberty just sounds cool, because Liberty. America. Yeah, Liberty. Now there's Arizona versus Akron, and truthfully, I'm an Ohioan, so we're going with Akron. As someone who doesn't know anything about sports, I don't know what this part is, so we are going to cross this off like it didn't happen. Over here, we've got BYU versus VCU, and honestly, I don't know which one of these to pick, so I'm going to put it up to RNG. Here we go in 3, 2, 1, spin. So now that I picked VCU, we can move on to Wisconsin or Montana. And truthfully, these are also both boring names, but I'm just going to pick Montana because it sounds like mountain, and mountains are cool. Here we've got Gonzaga versus Georgia, and honestly, Georgia is just boring, so we're going with Gonzaga, or however you say that.
Gonzaga.
Since it's a Purdue fan that's making me make this video, it's only fair that we pick High Point. Here we've got Kentucky versus Troy, and since Troy lost the war and KFC is great, we're going with Kentucky. Continuing on, we've got UC San Diego versus Texas A&M. Now, I haven't been to Texas, but I have been to San Diego, so we're going to pick UC San Diego. So obviously, Kobe is the GOAT, so he beats the entire state of New Mexico. Now, Florida versus UConn. Now, I have Oticon hearing aids. This is the icon for hearing aids. I'm being serious. So I'm going to pick UConn because it sounds like that. Missouri versus UNCW. Now, UNCW still just sounds cooler. So, UNCW. Here we've got Arkansas versus Omaha. Now, I don't know if I'm saying Omaha right, but I'm going to pick it anyway. Because it just sounds cooler. So now we've got the one that's not Duke versus Baylor. Now, because I'm lazy and don't want to write that much, I'm picking Baylor. Now we've got VCU versus Montana. And for this, we're going to pick RNG. Now, we spin in 3, 2, 1, go. Looks like VCU comes out on top again. Here's McNeese versus High Point. And because High Point beat Purdue, which my friend supported, we're going to pick High Point. Here we've got Random Letters versus Kentucky. And honestly, I'm just going to pick Kentucky. because I don't know what those letters are, because I can't write. And for the first one, I'm just gonna pick, of course, Auburn, because it sounds like fire, and fire is cool. Now, because Lipscomb sounds stupid, and Kobe is the GOAT, we're gonna pick Bryant. Now we've got Yukon versus the Grand Canyon. Now, I could very easily lose my hearing aids in the Grand Canyon, so we're gonna pick the Grand Canyon. To start, we've got Baylor versus Liberty, and Liberty always wins, because America. Now there's VCU versus Vanderbilt. So, we're gonna pick, of course, RNG. Now, the RNG starts in 3, 2, 1, go. Would you look at that? VCU again. Here is Suey versus High Point. And honestly, I'm just gonna pick Suey because it's less letters. Here is Kentucky versus UCLA, and KFC is great, so we're gonna continue on with KFC. Here, we've made it to the Elite Eight, and to start off, we're just gonna pick Auburn because fire is cool. Now it's the Grand Canyon versus UNCW, and UNCW has W in its name, so it obviously gets the dub. Here we've got Liberty versus VCU, and there's no better way to figure this one out than I can't stop it. Here we've got Suey versus KFC, and as a fried chicken enjoyer, I'm picking KFC. So here we've got Auburn versus UNCW. And honestly, because 6 is bigger than 4, I think Auburn deserves the dub here. So Auburn. Anyway, let's go gambling. He's unstoppable. Now we've got Auburn versus gambling. Yo! VCU wins.